Hi there, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Kira Woods, and this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for December the 7th through the 13th. So I'm just going to draw 3 cards, which is what I like to do for the weekly reading, and have a look to see how the energy of these cards are going to come together to inform us. I also have the monthly helper card also here in view, which is the 10 of Cups. Just to remind you a little bit about the overlying energy of opportunity and lesson that is hanging around us for this month of December. And if you haven't checked out the monthly reading for December, you might find that useful, so go check that out. So just to be mindful, this 10 of Cups is about harmony, and it's about joy and contentment and happiness, and being thoughtful and grateful for the joy and the harmony that you have in your life, to be grateful for the people that you have in your life, and or whatever that makeup that is, whether that be friends, family, blood relatives, family that you have brought into your life and just through interaction, whether it be people that have been in your life a long time, people that are new into your life, people who pass through for a short period of time with importance purely through the interaction. But it's about noticing what joy and pleasure and what we gain from having others in our lives and being appreciative in that. You know, as human beings, we are social beings, and so it is very important. I also think it's being December, I thought it was wonderful to get this card, I think, because it's a good reminder around this time of the year, holiday season, when we are hanging out with friends and families, probably a bit more often, particularly if you celebrate the holidays, to think about the impact of those people on your lives and be reflective of that, and reflective of your personal values and beliefs and how they fit within your relationship with other people, and sort of follow your head and your heart and intuition around how best to engage in those relationships and make the most of them and be appreciative of them. Okay, first part of the week we've brought the energy of the Lovers card has come up, and you know, this is a major arcana, and it is number 6, a major arcana. It is about balance and harmony. So this is this theme, so very much this week of December. So this is the December 7th and 8th, that sort of Monday, Tuesday. This energy is going to be really strong around the lovers. You know, is your head and heart working together? Are you in balance? Are you aware of where things fit within your life in terms of harmony and love and vitality, and are you feeling like, you know, that the feminine and masculine sides of yourself are shining equally? Is there a nice harmony in that? And also, you know, as I said, the Lovers card, like the 10 of Cups, has a strong message about personal beliefs and belief systems, and becoming clear about what are your belief systems and what are your values, and where do they come from, and are they yours, or are they part of your conditioning, and do you own them? Are they genuine? Do you live by them? Because when the Lovers card is around, it really holds our feet to the fire in terms of being responsible for our choices, and whatever situations that you get yourself into, whatever decisions you make, you really need to own those choices and honour those agreements, particularly in reference to any sort of partnership or relationship to another, particularly with this 10 of Cups here. So, you know, when I see the 10 of Cups, I say, you know, there's beautiful love, there's beautiful harmony, there's opportunity for union, there's opportunity for balance, but it's also reminding us about making and keeping promises. That it's very important that we keep the promises. That we be mindful of what our strengths are in terms of where we stand on issues, and advocate for others, and see the energy as a series of blessings. When two energies come together in harmony, that is a beautiful blessing, and we therefore are drawn and given the opportunity to use it to really make something positive out of the potential relationship and partnership of this energy. Sometimes I even see it, particularly over the holidays when you're interacting with friends and family, and you know, often that can be a bit challenging on times. You know, this card is going to give you the opportunity to be able to walk in someone else's shoes, to see the other side of the situation. to be able to be very mindful of how perhaps how something is affecting somebody else, and see that as a real blessing of opportunity. So as we move into the middle of the week and adding to this information and this knowledge and wisdom of the lovers, it comes in the Page of Cups. Now the Page of Cups is a real sweetness of heart. And you might notice this page is very much, staring, looking at this cup and this fish, but also the energy is flowing through to this Lover's card. So there's a really nice combined energy here between this Page of Cups and Lover's card. Now, the page, is about beginnings and renewal, and it's about that vision of something new. So, you might find that if an opportunity to have a new friendship comes up over this time, that could be very strongly felt. You might also find that your unconscious self, maybe through your dreams or your visions or your intuition, wants to really speak to you about how to bring more balance into your life, how to bring more sense of connectedness with others into your life. So pay attention and listen to that. You might also find that through your sharp intuition that you have a greater sense of being able to really understand the scenario or the situation around you from a balanced point of view. You might find that you therefore hear some very positive messages coming through to you from your own unconscious, or you might find in your external environment, because it is a page, it could be someone who will come into your life who will bring positive messages to you about your life or about loved ones. Remember, being a page, this is your own innate inner ability, skills, talents rising up and presenting itself with the energy of this court card. Or you may find that it is somebody who comes in to bring those aspects because that is what's needed in the situation. But whenever I see this page, I immediately think to myself, let your heart lead the way. Let your sense of creativity and intuition and inspiration be a really forward part of your interaction with others. See it as a renewal of your emotional and creative self to the situation, and dare to dream is another way I think about it. Dare to dream about what it would mean to have this really beautiful, loving, harmonious energy in terms of relationships and friendships around you. I also like to sometimes think that because it is a cup, it is about your feelings. The lovers have that really nice, strong, heartfelt. So, here we've got a lot of connectedness to heart and mind and being aware of the power of feelings and the power of love and care and compassion. Okay, at the end of the week, the Two of Swords comes in and adds another element or another layer of meaning onto this reading. So here we've got another element. The Swords, remember, is about your mind. It's about your ability to think and analyze and perceive. So it's about your perceptions, your intellectual processes, your analytical interpretation of situations. And, here, I always think the Two of Swords is a very interesting card in that it really can relay a person who, thoughtfully goes inside to absorb what's going on in the situation before they act in terms of applying their intellectual processes, before they jump to conclusions, before they let their perceptions run away with them, before they make, in this case, decisions. It's like they really want to go in and really absorb it, which is, this beautiful water energy in this cup, fits very nicely around the lessons or understandings at the beginning of the week, absorbing it, really get it, really know it before you intellectualize it or put it into action. I also think in this Two of Swords, it's another lovely, we've got the head and heart here in the Lover's card. This also can be your intellectual processes balancing or having some insight to your in wisdom, your intuition, your sense of heart and knowing, and taking the time to really do that, taking the time to really understand what is it your heart's been trying to say to you, what are your dreams saying to you, what are your hopes and dreams all about, and where does that fit within to your intellectual processes and how you normally might approach a situation from an intellectual standpoint. Has the experiences of earlier in the week perhaps altered or changed your awareness or your insight as to how that may work best for you, particularly if you have a decision to be made. It's sort of like, this card sort of says that if you take the moment to take that deep breath and go inside and really just sit in the emotional upheaval that can come from decision making or situations, that you can become more aware of the possibility of consequences, and hopefully then see the possibilities as being something enriching and something that will have a really long lasting positive outcome for you. This in reverse, however, if you are finding that you just find that you cannot or do not connect with your heart of the matter, that if you're really somehow distant from your true beliefs and values, if you find that you really just can't come together with your friends and family in a really positive way, you may find this card ends up really pushing you and challenging you in a way to really step outside your comfort zone, to really move away from your intellectual thinking. And in doing so, because without doing so, I should say, you'll probably feel quite stuck. This card can represent that the choice to be made, the decision to be made, the direction to follow. You can feel it's a very strong stance of two opposing energies coming together, and this moment of feeling kind of bound or stuck can dominate the experience of this energy if we're not flowing with how we are feeling about the situation and where our head and heart lies. Particularly if you're someone who's very dominant with mental processes and you tend to think through everything, you may find that this energy is going to try to push your buttons a little bit that way, push you outside your comfort zone and get you to realize the balance of head and heart and spirit is what ultimately will give you the best possible outcome. So if you are feeling indecision at the end of the week, it is an opportunity to realize that go to what your unconscious is telling you. Go to where your heart lies in the matter, and you will see where it is that perhaps you can then move forward and what that will mean for moving forward. So I hope you find that really helpful. Thank you so much for joining me. I really look forward to catching up with you each week. If you'd like to catch up, send me a message or have a private reading, please go to my website at www.kirawoods.com. Please check me out on Facebook, which is Kira Woods Tarot. So it's Tarot Card Readings by Kira. And I'd leave me a review if you feel like it. Subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much. Have a fantastic day. If you haven't done so, go check out my monthly reading. And I wish you all the very best. I'll see you next week. Cheers. Bye.